Welcome to this explainer. You know, if you're joining us today, it's probably because you're looking for a bit of clarity. We live in this crazy world that just constantly pulls our attention in 1,000 different directions, right? It makes it incredibly difficult to find, let alone actually stay on, a focused spiritual path. So today, we're going to take some really profound ancient spiritual concepts and translate them into a highly practical daily guide. We're taking the wisdom of the Dharma, putting it right out there, and structuring it so you can actually use it in your real life.
It's a question we literally all face. How on earth do we maintain inner peace when daily life demands so much from us? I mean, between work, family, and the endless digital noise, burnout feels almost inevitable. We often just feel completely lost in the middle of our own busy schedules. But hey, what if the problem isn't the schedule itself? What if the issue is actually the inner compass we're using to navigate it?
To fix that compass, we've got to understand a really foundational concept, bodhicitta. Stripping away all the heavy academic jargon, bodhicitta is essentially the mind of enlightenment. It's this sincere, deeply held aspiration to achieve awakening, but crucially, not just for your own peace of mind. It's the desire to awaken so that you can benefit all sentient beings. You can think of this as the absolute ultimate toolkit for your spiritual journey.
Section 1. The Two Pillars of Bodhicitta. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's break down the two essential halves of this ancient philosophy. Because bodhicitta isn't just some vague, nice feeling. It's built on two very distinct, absolutely necessary pillars. On the one hand, we have aspiration. That's the desire to achieve enlightenment to help others, and it's rooted deeply in compassion. It's the map that gives you your direction. It's the seed you plant in the earth and the sun shining up in the sky. Then, on the other hand, we have practice. This is rooted in wisdom, the actual lived experience. Practice is the physical footsteps you take on that map. It's the little sprout that pushes up through the soil and the light that radiates from the sun. The compassionate direction of aspiration absolutely must be paired with the active wisdom of practice. They are completely inseparable.
Moving on to Section 2. Seeds, Sprouts, and Pitfalls.
All right, as your guide today, I need to put on my teacher's hat for a second here and give you a firm warning about the very real dangers of letting these two pillars separate. Because the path definitely has its traps. First up, having aspiration without practice. This is literally all talk and no action. In the source texts, this is described as producing empty flowers. Basically, beautiful intentions that never bear fruit simply because you didn't do the hard work. The second pitfall? Practice without aspiration. That's action without a guiding purpose. You might be doing good deeds, maybe meditating every single day, but without the core motivation of bodhicitta, you are just blindly wandering, no true path at all.
Which brings us to a really profound summary of this exact danger. Aspiration without practice is empty. Practice without aspiration is blind. I really want you to internalize this. If you only sit around wishing for good things, you achieve nothing, period. And if you just go through the motions of life without a noble intention, you have zero direction. Balancing both sides isn't just a suggestion, it's completely non-negotiable.
Section 3. Guiding the busy daily life. So, here's the million-dollar question. How do we bring this profound unity into the totally imperfect, messy reality of our everyday routines? How do we take these high-level spiritual concepts, the seeds, the sprouts, the maps, and actually use them on a chaotic Tuesday? Well, we do it by breaking the day down into a really simple chronological journey. We're going to divide your day into 3 relatable, bite-sized actions: morning aspiration, midday alignment, and evening reflection. Let's walk through exactly what each of these looks like.
It all starts before the crazy rush of the day even begins. Step 1 is your morning aspiration. Literally, as soon as you wake up, before you grab your phone, before you check a single email, take 3 deep, mindful breaths. In that quiet little space, you plant a seed of intention. You just say to yourself, may my thoughts and actions today be the cause for awakening and benefiting others. Just like that, you are actively deciding the direction of your map for the next 24 hours.
Then, of course, the chaos of the day hits. And this is exactly where step 2, the midday alignment, comes in. You need to pause during your busy moments. Maybe it's right before a stressful meeting or while you're quickly grabbing lunch. Just pause and ask yourself, does my current action align with my morning aspiration? If it doesn't, you stop. If it does, you proceed. This simple check-in is how you ensure your actual footsteps are following the map you drew this morning.
Section 4. Shifting perspectives in conflict.
Now, applying this philosophy is super easy when we're sitting all alone in a quiet room, but it gets truly tested when we're interacting with others, right? Let's apply this directly to your job.
When you're at work, try to completely shift your perspective. Don't just act to seek personal rewards or promotions or a paycheck. Act to genuinely benefit the people around you, your colleagues, your clients. By shifting this perspective, you actually transform a mundane or super stressful job into a genuine spiritual practice of serving people. You're growing both your compassion and your wisdom at the exact same time.
And when you inevitably face interpersonal conflict, because let's be real, you will, use your aspiration as a shield. Actively choose compassion over anger. Replace sharp, argumentative words with gentle ones. By softening your approach and embracing a sort of wabi-sabi acceptance of human imperfection, you stop burning bridges. Instead, you start building real spiritual connections. You literally turn everyday conflict into an opportunity to practice the Dharma.
This kind of reframing is absolutely crucial when times get really tough. Please, do not view challenges as setbacks. View them as the whetstone that sharpens the sword of your practice. Facing difficulties is actually an essential test of your aspiration. It's the friction you need to make your inner light shine even brighter.
On the flip side, we have to be super careful in good times too, because success, it often breeds complacency. When things are going really well, the practice is to remain totally humble. Recognize your current blessings simply as the fruit of your past practice and your past aspirations. Don't just pick back and blindly enjoy them. Use those moments of joy as fuel. They are brand new opportunities for even more mindful action.
Section 5. The Nightly Audit. All right, after navigating all the highs and lows of the day, we enter the quiet evening phase. This time is dedicated to honest, clear-eyed self-reflection. I want you to ask yourself this exact question tonight. Did my actions match my aspirations today? Really look inward. Evaluate the harmony of your day. Did you talk a big game this morning but totally fail to follow through? Or were you incredibly busy all day but kind of forgot why you were doing the work in the first place?
Now, if you find an imbalance, please don't judge yourself. Just gently self-correct. If you leaned a little too much toward aspiration today, lots of wishing but no doing, just resolve to supplement that with concrete action tomorrow. If you lean too much toward action, just endlessly hustling without heart, resolve to reconnect with your core aspiration in the morning. Doing this ensures you wake up tomorrow perfectly aligned and ready to go.
Section 6. The Endless Cycle of Unity.
And this brings us beautifully to the ultimate goal of our practice. Aspiration and practice are not just two isolated events. They are this endless cycle where cause and effect feed right into one another. Try to map out this timeline in your mind. Your compassionate aspiration sparks courageous action. Then, that action, out in the real world, actually proves the reality of your intentions. And completing that action naturally births a new, even deeper aspiration. Your intentions fuel your deeds, and your deeds inspire stronger intentions, creating this endless, beautiful upward spiral. This all builds into the ultimate state, non-dual practice. This is that incredible moment where there is no longer any separation whatsoever between your inner compass and your outward steps. Every thought is an action, and every action is a manifestation of your aspiration. When you finally reach this unity, your bodhicitta, your drive for enlightenment, becomes completely unwavering.
I want to share this truly serene, poetic metaphor straight from our source material. Aspiration like the sun, practice like its light. It perfectly summarizes everything we've talked about today. The sun literally cannot exist without emitting light, and light cannot exist without the sun. Compassion and wisdom naturally radiate together in endless, brilliant loops.
So, we've unpacked the map, we've learned how to take the footsteps, we've looked at the pitfalls, and we've gone over the daily methods to keep your aspiration and practice totally united. I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to carry with you tonight. Tomorrow morning, before the rush of the day begins, what will your very first aspiration be?